Hi folks, in this module we're going to talk about supporting literacy across the disciplines. You know, Google defines literacy as the ability to read and write and or to be able to show competence or knowledge in a specific area. And what you're going to find out, and if you don't already know this, is that literacy plays such a huge role in everything we do in education that the ability to support literacy across the disciplines in these specific areas is absolutely critical, especially for students with disabilities who have trouble understanding or grasping the basics of literacy, as well as showing the conceptual understanding that moves across the different disciplines. So in this module, we're going to provide you a kind of an overview of the different things you can do to support literacy. So what can you expect? Well, like I said, you can expect to understand the various issues associated with literacy across the disciplines. Then we're going to provide you specific environmental design elements and practices and strategies that you can use in your classroom to support and build literacy and literacy understanding across your different disciplines. The readings are absolutely critical this week. What we're going to provide you in the readings is both conceptualized understanding of the need for literacy and how to support literacy, but then real specific strategies that you can do in your classroom and practices you can do in your classroom to increase literacy and understanding in the environment. Things you should be considering as you kind of move throughout this module. The relationship literacy has in the learning process and how absolutely critical it is to build in supports for it in the way you teach as well as the environment itself. The role that literacy has played in the success of your life and how you have shown literacy, demonstrated literacy, and become literate in your own sort of life. And then the specific practices and strategies that should be used. So every video that you see and the different things you see, you should be considering what you're actually seeing and how that can be applied within your environment. Within this module, we're going to give you some case studies that are video-based. I want you to look at the videos, and within the videos, I want you to think about what are the major differences in the styles and how learning is actually taking place in the environment. What are the pros and cons to the instructional styles going on in the different environments? And then when might it be appropriate to use one style over another? And then specifically reflect on the individual questions we've provided for you with each video. As an overarching theme, and we've talked about it before in the course, think about how technology might be used. And is the technology contributing to the advancing all learners? How are we designing the technologies used to support all learners? Is it providing for engagement, accessibility, usability? Then, how is it fitting within the larger design? How is it providing for supports beyond school? So, for instance, if a student has a homework assignment, are they able to access the content in a way that is going to be effective for that person and even for that person's parents when they get home? Has that been considered, and can we use technology to support that? And overall, we have to think about how technology is intermixed with effective practice. Over and over again, we found technology often gets put in place of effective practice. And what we're trying to communicate in this class is that technology is only part of the answer, that we need both technology and effective practice to intermix with one another to really have an effective design. Finally, and this is going to be talked about in the other modules throughout the class, think about the relationship that literacy has across all the things that we do in school. And think about how we design effective environments and how in both a direct support role, a special educator would need to provide for that, giving students specific strategies, as well as in a support role where we're going in and either co-teaching or consulting in an environment, how we might effectively build literacy supports into the design of these environments. This is a critical module. I really want you to think deeply about how we bring this all together and implement it effectively in environments. I think it's going to be great. I hope you enjoy it.